When we're using adverbs in Spanish, they work essentially like they do in English. And in English, our adverbs generally end in ly. For example, quickly or professionally. In Spanish, our adverbs generally end in mente. So when we're forming, we need to start with the feminine form of an adjective, and then we add mente. So if we wanted to say perfectly, for example, we would say perfecta, which is our feminine adjective of perfect, and then add mente. Perfectamente. Wow, it's pretty easy. Alright, so what if we wanted to say, for example, intelligently? He speaks intelligently. Well, how do we say intelligent? And that is the feminine form of the adjective, and then we will add mente. Inteligentemente. Let's try another one. Let's say, we'll go back to our original example, quickly or rapidly. So we have rapido, put it into its feminine form, and we're going to add mente. Now, if your original adjective has an accent, then it conserves the accent when you add the mente. Well, how do we use them? Generally, we place the adverb after the verb. So we have perfectly. He works perfectly. He works perfectly every day. The lesson is perfectly clear. We'll stick with our perfectly. So we generally place it right before our adjective. And so we are saying it's clear, but it's perfectly clear. And so we would write perfectamente clara. And finally, if we have 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 adverbs in the same sentence with mente, we only have to use mente on the final one, because if not, it gets to be a mouthful. So we could say something like, he works perfectly, intelligently, and quickly So you'll notice I only put the mente on the last one. But even more interesting, I know he's a he, but because we're shortening these adverbs, we will leave it in the feminine form. So there we go. We have our adverbs. Generally, they end in mente. We put it into the feminine adjective and then add mente. And we can use them to describe verbs. We can use them to describe other adjectives. We can use them to describe other adverbs. And if you have more than 3 together, you can leave off the mente till you get to the very end. Okay, go out and try a few on your own and let me know how it goes. Suerte!